So basically what the point of this is that there is this very important, what I said here in the development of Buddhism. At first, this habit to observe is there, habit of introspection is there. And you develop this consciously. You try to be really an observer of what is going on within your consciousness, within your mind. Then you strive for sadhu sangha. You really strive for, and you hear these cutting words of sadhus, which give you a lot of initial strength. But then the next very important thing is this introspection on or study of the scriptures. Study of Shastra. And not only study, the study of Shastra means svadhyaya, means you really analyze yourself. And Narottam Das Thakur in his Prema Bhakti Chandrika, he says that there are two types of sadhu sangha. One is when you directly associate with sadhus and listen. But there is another important variety of sadhu sangha. This is the study of Shastra. This is also in the category of sadhu sangha. You constantly in contact with this spiritual intelligence which is coming from the Shastra. And that's exactly what Krishna means when he says, Savstadyatmanam atmana. You have to quiet or cool down your agitated mind by the higher intelligence. This is where the higher intelligence is coming from. The higher intelligence is the intelligence of sadhus and the intelligence of God in the Shastra. And meditation on this, real meditation on how it is applied in my life, is the real development of Buddhism. Is the real point where our ability to analyze everything becomes very strong, and it conquers over all the problems which we have. So that's three things, and I of course know, we all know this. We all very much know this. But I wanted to present it from this angle so that we can again understand how important it is. These things ultimately develop a very important function of our mind, this discriminating ability of Buddhi, and cure us from all these attachments and help us to realize Krishna in the ultimate sense. And as I said, these three stages which are there, they are very essential stages of anartha nirvana. Because what is anartha? Anartha is the force within our mind which is pulling us back, pulling us down, which is really forcing us to do something which we don't want to do. And these 3 points are important to overcome this ultimately and to be free from all the problems which are there. Anyway, that's what I wanted to say. Yes.
Just one question. You said that on the 5th stage of Vairagya, you actually drop all the attachments. But is the attachment to Krishna still there?
Don't worry about this. You don't have any attachment on this stage to the gunas, to the modes of material nature, but you have attachment. You know, you will not be able to reach this stage if you don't have attachment to Krishna. So, this attachment to Krishna is a good thing, or attachment to Vaishnavas. Now, just perhaps one last thing which I wanted to mention is that there is 2 Sanskrit words which we know. One is mada. What is mada? Mada is pride, and mada is also what? Intoxication. Mada is pride, mada is madness, The English word madness is coming from mada. Madness, intoxication, and pride. And there is word dhamma. What is dhamma? Yes, dhamma is the control of the mind. And it is said in Mahabharata that, you know, do you notice something, some relationship between these two words? If you read it this way, you get, you know, mada and dhamma. It's two opposite things. So either you control your mind by the contact with the higher intelligence. Either you energize your mind, your intelligence by the contact with the higher intelligence, and you control your lower mind with lower propensities which are there. And in this way, Dhamma is there. Or another alternative which you have is what? It's basically madness. So there is a very nice choice which you have. Either you can control your mind or you can become mad. So it's up to you to choose what you would like to do in your life. And there is a way to do it. And it's not that, you know, it's actually quite easy and very good if you really know what we're doing. So that's the conclusion. Yes.
Maharaj, can you explain the connection between the buddhi and the physical brain?
Oh, between what? Between buddhi and physical brain? I don't know. I didn't study the anatomy of the brain, but I do know that there are certain areas of the brain which facilitate the functions of buddhi and manas and things like this. There are certain areas, but we should not see that the brain is gross and the mind is subtle. And brain is just the mechanism through which the subtle mind manifests. But ultimately, mind doesn't need this mechanism to manifest. Because mind functions even without brain. Sadhguru Prabhu, I remember long ago, he was explaining that there was this phenomenon when they found some people with a strange disease of the brain. When the brain was practically dissolved, there was no brain. There was only a very thin layer of few cells in the brain. But they were still normal people. They were functioning without, and nobody could understand how they're doing this. So normally, yes, we need this mechanism to have this, you know, to have this body function. But ultimately, it's independent on the brain of the brain. But it uses the brain as much as we use computer for our cortices. And you know, perhaps you can use this analogy with computer, with the hardware and software. So the mind is really software. But there are certain areas in the brain which are responsible for these functions. There's no doubt about it. I don't know which area, but there are certain areas which are there. You can make the correlation.
Thank you, Maharaj. What is the reference to the Pancharatra literature? Is there more specific?
There are few. It's Lakshmi Tantra. Yeah, I think I did Buddhaya Samhita or something like this. But it's a very